Kevin Henry with Dental Economics and Dental Assisting Digest. We're here today at our home offices in Tulsa, Oklahoma, talking to our good friend Danny Bobrow, who's from Chicago and is the president of American Dental Marketing, or ADM. Glad you came down to Tulsa today. Okay. Well, actually, here's what I was going to ask you. Somebody's watching this right now, and he or she's in charge of answering the phone at a practice. What's one tip, one pitfall that they should avoid, one thing that they can take away from this video?
Very good. What we hear most often, and it's the easiest way to connect with a caller, is to ask who you're speaking with.
Okay.
Get the name. When somebody calls, we listen in on calls because we have the technology. For our clients at American Dental Marketing, any new patient acquisition marketing tactic that we employ, we use tracking technology so that we can evaluate how many calls are generated, as well as listen in on the conversations so that we can help coach the team, help the team self-coach. Because the best coaching tool is to just hear yourself on the phone.
Sure.
So what we like to recommend is that you answer the phone by simply saying, thank you for calling, your practice name. Ideally, you've got some sort of tagline where great smiles originate, or we're improving lives one smile at a time. And then identify yourself, and then ask how you can be of assistance. The next key point is that whatever they ask, you answer with the following. I can help you with that. Okay. My name is Danny. With whom am I speaking? So it's a simple matter of getting the name early and using it often. Because until you get that person's name, they really don't exist on a level that they need to, because before you can make an appointment, what we have found, and we've talked about this,
sure, the
first goal is to make a friend. Or at least get people comfortable, because they don't yet know you, like you, or trust you, and that is the first goal. You have to get to, before you can pass go, you've got to get to that level before you can move on to scheduling a solid appointment.
Okay. So really it's about first impressions, and that ties in with something that you have going right now called TAFE, and that's the short name of it.
That's right.
Talk a little bit about TAFE and what it is.
Sure, Kevin. TAFE is short for the art of first impressions, and what that represents is a distillation of experience gathered by myself and my good friend and mentor, Bill Blatchford. We've been at it combined for over 50 years, working with dental practices across North America to help them identify the keys to transforming the team members from telephone order taker to professional telephone sales. Okay. And that's a fun journey, and we've sort of distilled everything that we've learned into this 2 CD package. And on the CDs, you hear Bill and me talking about sharing anecdotes, but also getting into specific skill sets, mindsets, attitudes, pitfalls to avoid, as well as suggestions for setting the stage for success in your office so that you can convert more and more of these first-time telephone callers into solid patient appointments. Along with the CDs, we include a workbook, because on CD 2, we've actually recorded 14 conversations that take place between first-time telephone callers and actual dental offices across the country. And the experiences and performances run the gamut, from excellent, exemplary, to not so good, what we would definitely like to hear a little bit differently. And you learn equally from both scenarios. And the workbook is an opportunity, asks you to evaluate how well you thought, after we've shared the distinctions and skills with you, for instance, how well you thought a particular caller established rapport, or conveyed empathy, or exuded enthusiasm. And then how well did they transition to connecting with the caller, which, as we've talked about, has all to do with questioning, because the one who asks the questions controls the call. Mm-hmm. And we hasten to qualify the term control. We're not talking about manipulation. True. You're experts. You owe it to the caller to control the call, because they really don't know what to ask. And that's another misconception and pitfall that we see, is call handlers tend to get on the defensive. When someone calls and says, I'd like to know how much a crown costs, the understandable but unfortunate reaction is, oh, here comes another price shopper. Mm-hmm. And as we know, when people say price shopper, they're not being complimentary. But the unfortunate fact is that the person who's asking about the price, first of all, may not be interested in the lowest price. Right. but more likely they just don't know what to ask. Put yourself in their place. If you're shopping for something that you don't know anything about, what question are you most likely to ask? I know for myself, how much does it cost?
Well, sure. Well, tell us people how they can get more information on Taffy.
Sure. They can visit the website, which is practiceperfection.com. Okay. Learn all about it there. They can also contact American Dental Marketing directly at 800-723-6523.
Sounds good. Danny, appreciate your time. Thanks
Always
for
a
being here,
pleasure.
man. Good to see you.
Thank you.